Hey, welcome to the lab. I'm John Eliason, of course. I came across something recently that's really kind of cool. It has cut through and made the way we do this in business easier, but it also opened up a whole new area that I hadn't really thought about in the use of this personally. I want to talk to you about this is personality inventories. Now, I know, you probably, like me, I know all about these personality inventories. I've dealt with them for 15 years, and yeah, they're great if you can figure it out. If you can figure out personality inventories, then you can find the right people for your team easier. Because statistics in this country say that about 75% of all Americans aren't particularly excited about their job. Now, is that what you want on your team? 75% of all of your team not really digging their job? Well, that's not going to make for a very fun business in life. What if you flipped it around and made it even better? What if 75, 80, 85, 90% of all the people on your team were the right matches? Man, it makes it easy. You don't have to struggle so hard. They love what they do and they fly with it, and it just makes business soar and it makes your life easier. So personality inventories are a big part of that, because if you can match those things together, it just speeds things up. And we've tried is not a word I like to use, but we've sampled and used very aggressively 3 different ones over the time, and it's over 15 years, and they end up being expensive. They're hard to understand. Most recent one cost us $895 each. That's how important they are. If you can get this figured out, that we're willing to invest $895. But anyway, we came across one recently that's free. It's free. And not only is it free, it's quick. It's like 10 minutes to do. And it's kind of interesting to do. And you get immediate feedback. And so we can use this and get a thumbnail sketch of, does this person match that same profile or similar profile to somebody on our team who's already doing well doing this? And it makes things so much quicker. And you can do it on your phone, and it's free. I'm going to share it with you. But what's really kind of cool, in addition to business, is how I used it personally in life, and how you might be able to find this kind of fun to do too. We're on the way to Grandma's house, right, over Thanksgiving, and I've got 3 boys. My wife's in the car. We're all going over to her mom's place, and in the car, we all do this inventory. It takes about 10 minutes. Everybody's got a cell phone, right? And everybody has the internet connection cruising down the road. And we take it, and it's like, oh, and we're reading them. It's like, man, my wife and I are reading them, and we're looking at it, we're thinking about our kids and looking at their profile. It's like, man, that is who they are. And they're looking at it. We're asking them, well, what do you think about that? Is this you? And they're going, wow, that's, and they're comparing notes, and 2 of the boys are in college. And I gotta think that when they're looking at their inventories, they're thinking, am I going down the road that fits me best? Man, imagine if you had that years ago, before you went down a track in college and then got out and found that you're one of the 75% of most everybody who doesn't like what they do. The crowd, we'll call them. Or if at some point you had a quick, funny little inventory that went inside, you're going, man, that is me. That is me. And it helped you to make some distinctions. Maybe you go, you know what? The business track isn't cut out for me. I want to follow philosophy. Or if you go, man, I'm in philosophy. I thought I was a philosopher. You know what? I'm not really geared for it. No wonder it didn't fit me so well. Or what if right now you used it and went, because we're not born with an owner's manual for our brains or how we operate, right? And how many years can you go through psychoanalysis? Here's a quick little thing that you can find out. You take it and you can go, no wonder I operate like this. I'm one of these 16 personalities, and that's what it's called. 16personalities.com is where you find it. It's 16personalities.com. It takes about 10 minutes to do. And what if you could what if your spouse does this? Or what if you're early in a relationship and you go, hey, over a glass of wine or something, hey, I found this, it's kind of fun, let's do it. And you take the inventory, and 15 minutes later, you're going, oh, and you're trading, you go, hey, you'll read mine, I'll read yours. It probably opens up some conversation that you're glad you had the opportunity to do before you decided to maybe get into a relationship with this person, and 3 years later, you're going, why do I hate you so much? Or why, are you really the one for me? People are in relationship turmoil, right? You don't have to be. This might be a cute little way to avoid a lot of problems and get a lot of clarity way up front. And even if you get married and you're 15 years from now and you go, you know what, I just have had enough. I don't know why I didn't see this in you earlier. Interesting. So not only can you use this for business, and we're using this now, a quick little thumbnail to find out if they're the right kind of person, a good indicator, quick, easier to use than the $895 ones. And also, you can have your kids do it, have your spouse do it, have your friends do it. You know, it lends a lot of clarity and helps solve a lot of things that people wonder about their whole lives. Anyway, wanted to share that with you. And go down, leave some comments, tell me what you found. It's almost like eerie when you look at this. If you've never done things like this before, it's really, really cool. So go down below, put some comments, let me know. See you next time. Thanks.